Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining this episode of the Employment Preparation Series. Have you ever heard somebody say finding a job is a full-time job? Well, that person probably just got done creating their resume. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. So join me as I walk you through the steps to creating a successful and effortless resume. So to get started, you'll want to go to icehp.org. And I'm already here. I'm on the home page. And here at the top, you will see lots of options for you. So go to the Student Success Center and click on Employment in Healthcare. This will take you to a site that is solely focused on you obtaining a job in the healthcare field that you are studying. We have lots of information to get you started, some job preparation tips, but we're going to be focusing on this resume section right here. So if you want to click the resume template right there, this will open up a Word document for you that is already formatted and set up easily. So all you need to do is plug in the information that is applicable to you and the job you're applying for. You can see everything is set up in text blocks. So you can just go right in here and type in your name and all the other information necessary. But we'll talk about that right now. So go back to the website. In this resume section, click on the image right there at the bottom. Now this will open up an infographic for you explaining all the pieces of a resume and why they're necessary. So as we saw, as I was just doing, you want to put in your contact information. Make sure it's your first and last name, full name. For example, my name is Becky, but on a resume, I would put Rebecca since that is my real name or my full name. And you want to make sure you have your address, a phone number that they can contact you at, a reliable phone number, and an email. Something important about the email is to make sure that it's professional. sugarbaby@gmail.com, you have a better chance of getting your resume tossed. Make sure it's just your name, for example, beckyrhodes@gmail.com. Play with it a little bit, and if you need some help creating an email, feel free to contact me. Next, you have this objective section. Some people know it as a summary section or an objective. The title might change a little bit, but this is a 30-second elevator speech as to why the employer should continue looking at the rest of your resume. And don't make it something that's just medical assistant looking for a job. Make it a little bit more oomph. For example, as a recent graduate of the medical assistant program, I am looking for a job where I can be part of a team while also utilizing the skills I obtained through my education. Make it a little bit more than just I want a job. Make them understand what kind of job you're looking for. So the next section here is the skills, and this is extremely important. I set it up in bullets because people are more attracted to look at what's in bullet points. Here you'll want to put the skills that you've learned through your education and your clinical and practicum experience. For example, a skill you might have is strong medical terminology, strong customer service skills, and that you're maybe HIPAA trained. Go through the job description for the job you're applying for and highlight some of the skills that they are asking and see if those are skills that you have as well, and make sure that you bullet point those. The next section here is education, and we also have work experience. So I want to make sure that you understand which one would come first. Here I have it set up that your education comes first, then your work experience. But if you are somebody who has just completed your education and have collected your practicum or clinical hours, move your work experience before your education. This way, they can see the work that you have just recently done in a field that is applying to the job. Next will come your education. If you are still in school, put your education first. This way they can see that you are working towards something. But let's go back to the sections as they are. In education, you'll want to make sure that you put the school that you are currently in or that you have just graduated from. And make sure over at the side you'll put the date that you anticipate graduation or that you have graduated. Notice that we call this education and certifications. So you want to put any certifications that you've obtained through your education. Kind of wordy here, huh? So if you have a phlebotomy certification, maybe you have a basic life support or a CPR certification, make sure that you put that in there as well. These are just ways to make yourself more marketable and stand out as a candidate on your resume. And then for your work experience, indicate where you did your clinical or practicum hours and state some of the things that you did. Don't just put vital signs, put assisted doctor or assistant nurse in collecting vital signs and accurately charted the information. Give them a statement as to what you did. A question I get asked a lot is, should my resume be 1 or 2 pages long? The true answer is, it doesn't matter. What matters is if you make a 2-page resume with information just to fill 2 pages. Make sure the information is applicable and is relevant to the job that you're applying to. A 1-page resume is not going to hurt you. In reality, some employers prefer that, while some prefer a 2-page. You're never going to know, so whatever information that you're providing them, make sure that it's relevant and that it's something that they can really pull and understand who you are and could be as an employee. So if you look at this infographic that we have pulled up that walks you through a resume, you can scroll down and find out some information. So make sure that when you're going through your resume that you have somebody else look at it. A second set of eyes helps to catch typos and also helps catch any wording that might just not sound right. Because 61% of recruiters will toss a resume with typos on it. They're looking for somebody who's accurate and has good attention to detail. And that is just one thing that they can see, that if you have a typo, it might not be your strong suit. And the average recruiter takes about 20 seconds to look at your resume. That's why I encourage bullet points, because it points out topics to the eye a lot quicker than reading something in a full paragraph. And you want to make sure that each resume is different. Every job that you're applying to is going to be different, so your resume should show that. 36% of resumes are generic, so they want something that shows that you took the time and read the job description. And remember when I talked about that email? Well, 42% of resumes get tossed because of an unprofessional email. You're entering the workforce, so let them know that you're ready and you have that professional atmosphere following. So there you have it. That's the information needed to be in a resume. If you ever have any questions, feel free to contact me, or you can go back to the Employment and Healthcare page and look at some resume steps, some helpful keywords, and some resume do and don'ts. Until next time, I'm Becky Rhodes, your Employment Transition Coordinator, and I'm here to help you find your job in healthcare.